Dude, did you
Alright
see
guys,
Angry
hello,
Joe's
hello, hello, and
new
welcome back.
video on the
Um,
X-Bone?
Today we are playing Guns of Icarus Online. It says so in the big top bold letters on top. But this game
Yeah,
is
his
about
part 2
teamwork,
video. Oh my god.
and teamwork only,
Oh,
really.
his dad.
If you
He just
don't
like,
work in a team, then you're gonna die a
he
lot.
just he
Um,
spits on the mic or on the camera. 'Cause
And
he's
these
so
guys are
mad.
loud,
That
really,
shit
really
was
loud, so if I'm
hilarious.
shouting, then I apologise. It's just so I can actually hear myself talk. So basically, there are three classes. There is engineer, pilot, and gunner. There's a little saying that goes through the Guns of Icarus community.
No,
An engineer can be a good
I haven't
gunner.
been paying too much attention,
A gunner
honestly, to
cannot be a good engineer,
Sony because
for the simple
I
fact
don't want another
that
console.
an
I'm gonna
engineer
get a
has
Wii
got
U
one
for my
ammo
nephew.
type, which is pretty much
Which
all
he
you really
uses,
need for
and
most of
that's
the
about it.
guns.
You know,
Whereas a
I
gunner
don't
has
want a
only got
PS4.
one repair tool,
I've never liked
where
Sony.
normally
Wow.
you need
TVs.
at least
TVs are
2 or
awesome.
3 repair tools. You've got,
And I've always loved the
and
Xbox,
there's
and now
5 or
Xbox
6 different
just
repair
shoved a
tools.
giant dick up my
So
ass
I'll go through the
for
repair
Xbox
tools now.
One, so
There are,
themselves.
as you
Yeah.
can see right here,
They gave
that's my
themselves
setup:
everybody.
rubber mallet, shifting spanner, and chemical spray.
$5 to play for
The rubber
free.
mallet does the most
right.
HP repair, but it's got the highest cooldown and the lowest repair. So, which is the downside. It's got a long cooldown and it's low repair rebuild speed. So when a component is destroyed, it will take a long time to repair it with the rubber mallet, which is why you take the shifting spanner, which has got a rebuild power of 5. That means that it rebuilds a lot of components very, very fast, but it only does 40 HP repairs,
The smart thing to do
which
is
means
to not buy
it's
either system
quick at rebuilds but
immediately,
slow at
like, wait 2
repairs.
years until
So
both
normally
sides
having
has
rubber
resolved
mallet
games
shifting
and solved
spanner
reviews out,
is a good
and
idea
perhaps,
because it
second
gives you
review
the
solved
health
of the
boosts
console.
and
Price
also
will
the
drop right
rebuild
there.
speed.
Probably.
And along with that, there is also the fire extinguisher, which instantly puts out any fire stacks. Fires can start at 1 stack and they can multiply over and over and over again if said component keeps on being attacked by a fire weapon. So say you've got someone with a flamethrower that's hit your balloon or your hull for a long while, you can have a lot of fire stacks going on said component. Like, you got the hull here, which is the most important thing. It is, you have to be glued to this thing. As soon as you start taking fire, you need to be glued to it. But most engineers, most people will go, is this ship, which is a Pyramidion. It's probably one of the... it's a good ship. So you've got the hull here, so you want to watch out for this all the time. And I'd recommend the way that you run it is through this way. So you hit the hull, and you can hit each 3 of the engines. And if you're quick enough, you can hit the hull, hit all 3 of the engines, and run down to the hull back again before your rubber mallet cooldown has even stopped. So that's the little route that I take anyway, and it seems to work fine, and I just fell off the friggin' ship.
Oh, right on.
But anyway, yeah,
I was trying to get tickets,
and
but,
honestly, if you are the main engine, you are looking after the hull and these main engines. That is your job. You don't want to bother with these side guns at all, really, because the side guns they're not really that important. So you've got these here, and frankly, if you're a main engineer, all you wanna bother about is the components and the engines and the hull. That's it. Don't bother with the side guns at all. When a component is down, i.e. the icon itself goes red, you want to pull out your spanner. This is the spanner here. and it's got a really quick rebuild speed. It will rebuild most things very quickly, which is what you want to do. You want to rebuild as quick as you can, especially the hull. Notice how the hull went red there. I'll pull out my spanner and help this guy rebuild. See how fast it's rebuilding, and then mallet to get the massive, huge chunk of health to come back.
What I mean is I don't have a skybox.
So we're both there. See how the hull armor went up pretty much instantly. Now the top health bar is hull armor. The bottom health bar is the perma hull. Once that is depleted, we are dead. We are gone.
On it.
That's it.
Oh, he's got it.
We're dead, and then we respawn after that.
You need to stay down there, Rock. You don't come up.
Okay.
But yeah, these are the engines. So you just hit them. Normally it's one hit and the engines are fine. You don't normally have to worry about it. But if you noticed, I hit the hull. I can run through here, hit that, hit that, hit that, and the hull's still on cooldown. So that's how you repair in the Pyramidion.
Poor Gilder.
And unless you are actually asked to go gunner specifically, always go engineer with the mallet spanner and chem spray or fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher takes off all stacks instantly, and the chemical spray has the ability to take away 3 stacks at a time, but it also has the ability to, it grants 15 seconds of invulnerability to further fire stacks. So, say someone is bombarding you with a flamethrower. If you are quick enough, you can chemical spray so that instead of taking further damage from the flamethrower, the flamethrower will be completely useless. It won't do any damage to you at all. And personal preference, I prefer the chemical spray for the 15-second invulnerability. It comes in handy a lot. But when fighting against a ship that has got flare guns, that instantly throws down 15 stacks. If you're quick enough, then 15 stacks is nothing. You can get rid of that quick enough if you click. Now, a lot of people say that holding the click to do the repairs is faster, but personal experience, spam clicking is quicker for repairs and rebuilds, and I would recommend that whatever you do, if you're an engineer, spam click, just spam click everything. And that's about it really for engineer. Overall, I would say, unless you get asked specifically to go a gunner, go engineer with the spanner mallet. If you want to take the buff hammer, which increases damage on weapons, increases turning speed on the side turning engines, these are the side turning engines, if you buff them, you'll turn faster. This is the main engine that, if you buff that, then basically you'll just move faster. If you buff the hull, then you'll get more hull armor. But generally, you want to ask your captain before you take the buff hammer or anything like that. And word of advice, never buff the balloon. Never ever buff the balloon unless you warn the captain at first. Because it increases the speed, the momentum that you gain by going up and down. So if you don't warn a captain beforehand, you could see yourself plummeting into the floor and potentially killing yourself. So overall, that's all I can really say for you guys. If you've never played this game before, then please take my advice. Don't think that because you're a newbie you're gonna get chewed out. Well, you will get chewed out because you will need to learn how to play this game, because everything is about teamwork. Like, we've got this guy down here, this Rock. He is the main engine. When everything goes to shit and some of the engines go down or the hull starts going down and what have you, I will jump down and help with the engines and the hull. Other than that, I don't need to jump down because he seems to be doing a decent job.
But yeah, it's
So all I can really say is
yeah. And
listen to your
they're building
captain.
their adventure mode that they
And
just did on Kickstarter. So
really, find the best way for you personally around a ship.
could you fix that balloon Z-Pike?
If you can find a quick way around the
for
ship,
what they have, what
like
they've built
like
is
I said,
just
like
beyond
personally, like
incredible.
mine,
When
where
you've got
I
games
run
like
down, I
EA
can hit the
that,
hull,
you know, or
I hit the hull, then
names like EA
Run
and
round.
Sony,
hit the engines,
that if they tried to build
and the
something
cooldown's
like
still
this, would
going.
just fuck it up every step of the way.
That's probably the best way, in my opinion, to get around a Pyramidion for repairs.
Exactly.
And other than that, that's all I can really say. If you want to take a buff hammer or anything like that, make sure that you speak to your
Hello,
captain
Mountain.
about it, because if you don't speak to your captain, the buff hammer can really destroy any ship. Unless
That was more than a
the
kiss,
crew
that
is
was
prepared for it, it will screw up
That
everything.
was straight on French with some tongue and everything.
Sorry, I'm a
Strip.
bit exhausted at the moment.
But that's all I can really say about engineer at the
No
moment.
problems, man. You're doing fine.
There's not
Balloon
much
fire. Oh,
else
you're on it.
that's
Cool.
coming to mind. Keep an
I
eye
can't
on.
believe
All
they
I can
nerfed
really
the
say is
extinguisher.
keep an eye on the
How'd they nerf it?
icons.
What do you mean?
If you check the manual, it now says it does 16 instead of 50.
If you're on top deck like here
What?
on the Pyramidion, then you don't need to go downstairs unless everything is going to pot
Oh,
and your
Gig Gilder.
your captain
Yeah.
shouts you down. Personally, if more than if two engines go down, I jump down
I might
and
be
help
half
with the
asleep at the
engines
moment,
or the
but
hull,
I'm not creative enough to make that kind of stuff
just to
up.
keep yourself alive, basically. Other than that, just make sure that you do everything you can to keep your captain happy. Like, for example, I'm using a mortar right now, and you'll notice that there are two icons at the bottom. That is the default
Your
ammo
balloon's about to pop.
and the special ammo I have brought for the mortar itself, which is called Lesmok, which reduces the drop.
Better answer the phone because I called it.
But I shall go into the different ammo types in a different video, possibly. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. The amount of bad
Nice
crew
shit.
members I have seen, it is painful. So please, if you watch this, take my advice. Go with
It's called
spanner,
teamwork.
mallet,
Stop complaining about
and then
kill steals.
a fire control,
But that's what we
either
did.
a fire extinguisher or a chem spray.
No,
Either
it's
one
just
is fine
me.
as long as you
Me
can
and
get
Lovey
rid of
fellas
fires.
do that.
If you
Because
want
we
to do
help each other.
buff for achievements, take it up with your captain first. Other than that, unless you get specifically told to go a gunner, go engineer, always. Because if you've noticed, pretty much everybody in the lobby is an engineer,
Canyon
apart
in-
from the
in
odd
the middle of Preview. How late is
gunner here and there. That's simply because they have a good enough team to say that, oh, we need a gunner, we want a gunner. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I might have waffled a little bit, and it might be hard to understand, but
KD is- my
hopefully
KD
it's been
is
helpful for you. And
so
thanks for
no,
watching,
it's
and
not
I'll
gonna
see
get
you all
much.
next time. Alright guys, so we're back with Guns of Icarus. Now I know I did the waffling on about the engineering. I'm not sure if I made a lot of sense, so this will be in the same video obviously. But I was shooting the mortar, which wasn't really a good indication of what you're supposed to do as an engineer. That was a gungineer. Again, you don't really want to pick a gunner unless you're told to by the captain, or you are a good gunner. Like for example, we have Mr. Lovex here. He is a good gunner, which is why he is a gunner, and he will be taking the mortar up there, and I will be the main engie this time. So
match
hopefully
against the
I'll be able
Bostonians
to
isn't until
clear
about
up what I was
47,
talking about before
45 to
in the
47
previous
minutes
match.
in.
So as you
And,
notice, I've got
I
rubber
think it's
mallet,
like a 2.5 hour long
spanner,
stream.
and the chem
I
spray.
think it's like the second or
I have
third
the
video down.
spyglass as well. I'd recommend everybody takes a spyglass so that you can spot for the captain. Normally
was that,
captains don't take a spyglass, just for the fact that they can take 3 pilot tools instead.
Yeah.
And I will talk about the pilot tools and
It'll
what
say,
have
like,
you
Sky Tournament.
later
It was
on,
recorded on 8th, so,
if I get the chance to pilot.
and he's Australian, so he
And we
does,
have
like, the
Mr.
dates a little
Orphiach
backwards.
here
It's like
again,
8/6.
flying for us. Again, I will. You probably won't be able to hear these guys talking because they're loud and I'm talking as well. I don't want to make it difficult for me to understand. But again, we're here. We've got. You'll notice that
The whole,
whenever
the rest of the world does
whenever I'm
American
main
shit,
NG,
we
I
still
don't
do.
really stop moving. That's probably the best idea to
You
be
know.
as an engineer. If you're an engineer, you don't want to stop
shit.
unless your cooldown
The
is
most
nearly
terrible
run out.
system ever. We're just gonna go right past
For
this guy 'cause
example,
he overshot us like a
I keep on moving. I always keep on moving.
We're
It's
gonna take
always
this
good
one
to
out.
keep on moving. You'll notice that I only stop when I want to repair the hull, when it's nearly
These
run
guys are
out.
breaking off into so
Like
many
this.
different
See?
parts. I don't know which
And
ones to shoot.
honestly, it is best to
Pyramidion.
keep moving because if you keep on running in this little circuit that I
The
do,
one with his
then
back- or,
normally
yeah, that one.
you can keep everything up at the same time. You very rarely have any troubles with components
hell?
going down. Like the engines
fucking
hardly ever go down, or the hull hardly ever goes down unless we are getting focused, which is one of the problems with. We are playing a 3v3 now, so the chance of us getting focused is very high.
Next.
Stay right here.
I don't know if that's an enemy or not, but I thought I'd... Ah, there you go. So, you'll notice that there is one fire stack on the hull right now. And I let the hull go down to show you the speed of the rebuilds for
yeah,
the...
Lovix. Nice, bro.
Fair enough, it took me about 10 seconds to rebuild the hull. But that was with the spanner. When the hull, if the hull goes down again, I will show you what it's like
Oh
with
shit,
the
there's
mallet.
squid up left.
Show you how long it
Pop
takes
a flare in
to
him if you can, Amos.
repair. Yeah, hang on a second, I'm just waffling. I got
Oh,
told
never
to
mind.
throw a flare, but I think they're dead.
Squid go boom. Oh,
Yeah, squid
enemy
died.
Fury on our left.
So we got a Piri right here. There we go. 15. He got 15 stacks into his balloon. Notice how slow the hull is building with the rubber mallet. So if I change to the spanner quickly,
Damn it.
you saw the difference that happens when you use the
Yeah, both
spanner
enemy Furies
versus
spawned
the
right
mallet.
behind us.
The mallet is useless to repair. Now, as you noticed, the icon itself here went red. When it goes red, pull out the spanner. It's always the best option.
That's
And whenever
Yeah,
there is a
there's
fire
a
stack
pilot
on a
outfit.
component, it is a good idea
How'd you
to
do that?
repair and then chem spray or
rank
fire
10
extinguisher,
pilot.
because the
Bought my ass.
the chem spray or fire extinguisher has its own cooldown. So if you
I'm set on getting gunner maxed.
If you
Pointing out.
repair and then chem spray or a fire extinguisher, you will completely circumvent that cooldown, and you can just spam it. As long as the
think
cooldown
it
is
is.
still ticking down, you can spam it as
It
much
is,
as you
but-
want. As soon as the
I'd
cooldown
rather be the underdog than the
for your
guy, but-
repair is nearly done, then pull out your mallet again and hit it
Alright,
again.
let's get that period
And-
low front.
I hope this has helped as a visual aid, better than me just waffling about it.
I'm
Honestly,
sorry, that's the squid.
that's about pretty much everything I can say. Every ship has its own little circuit
Sigh.
that you can run.
Here's me aiming
and-
at the Pyrrha.
Every ship also has its own little quick little secret. Oh god, sorry about that, hiccups. Every ship has its own little secrets. Like for example, the Pyramidion. If I jump over this little spot here, there is a hole there to get down to the engines. But nobody ever really uses that because you can hit
Squid?
Right now,
all
I'm
3
here.
engines from down
What the
below.
fuck?
If you
How
look
are
up
we in tower
onto the
over
main
here?
engine,
Over here.
then
Oh.
you'll be fine. Again, I'm ignoring the side guns
Alright, good
because
kill.
I hardly ever
Oh,
use them.
Damn.
Whenever if you're not in combat or you're not near an enemy, then sure, go repair the engines. And there will be the odd occasion when you can actually get a shot off. For
I just
example,
started the shit out of him.
I am a good
Alright,
shot with the
get
flare
ready on
gun,
the front
which
guns for the Pyrrha.
instantly throws down 15 stacks of fire, which is quite hard to circumvent
No squid ever
with a
friendly.
chem spray, because a chem spray only does 3 stacks. Gets rid of 3 stacks at a time.
Damn it. Our teammate just rammed the shit out of me while I was
I'm trying to think of what else I can say.
Don't worry, I killed somebody else.
Again, I really
Alright,
hope this has helped you guys.
Front.
If there is anything that you would like to know,
Alright, we're hydrogen up,
throw me a
revving.
comment or anything like that. If you
Alright,
find me in
put the fucker
game,
to sleep.
add me, sure,
Oh, a little
whatever.
bit too much hydrogen.
I'm as long as you
Oh,
are
it's
willing
going
to
down.
learn,
Get that Pyrrha,
then
get that Pyrrha
you will
right
always be welcomed within the community.
I'm reloading.
If you're not willing to learn and you don't want to listen to other people, then you don't belong on this game. Because this game is all about teamwork. If you don't communicate and you don't work with your team, then
there. Right, Atmos, get ready. I think he's on our left low.
you're gonna just piss people off. That's a bad thing. You don't want to piss
He's right
people
behind us.
off.
There, he's marked.
Our friend just needs to start spotting.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I really hope this has helped you guys out. I've tried to give you all of my knowledge that I can within
Bam.
a short
Work.
period of time. Again, I hope it helps, and I will see you in the skies. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you all next time.